Welcome back. We're joined now by a former two-sport standout for the Fighting Irish, who is our lone Notre Dame graduate currently on an NBA roster. Please welcome Pat Connaughton of the Milwaukee Bucks. Pat, thanks for joining the fight.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right, Pat, so let's talk NBA first. So you and your Milwaukee Buck teammates had the best record in the NBA when play was halted in March because of the pandemic. Had to be frustrating to put a hold to the potential NBA championship on hold. How have you been handling all of this?
I think we've been handling it pretty well as a team. The Bucks themselves have done a really good job of, trying to support us players and, the guys with the majority of us stuck around. They've been doing what they can in a safe and healthy manner to, get us workout gear, machinery that we need. So I have a few bikes in my apartment, some weights, things like that. When they can, based off, Wisconsin's legislature, they try to deliver some food to us that the chefs make and things of that nature. So, we've been trying our best to stay in shape and to stay united as far as, staying in constant contact via the group message and things of that nature with the hopes that, the NBA season, will return at some point.
Yes, what are you hearing about the restarting of the season?
It's 50-50, I would say. You hear a little bit of positive things. You hear some negative things. I think I'm glad I'm not the one making those decisions, but I think the NBA is doing a really good job. Adam's a phenomenal commissioner, and I think he's always been on the front lines of the quarantine in general. The NBA shutdown was probably the first pro sports league to shut down, and I think he's doing everything he can to get us back to playing, but making sure it's in a healthy and safe environment first and foremost, and then if we're able to do so, hopefully we'll be able to do so at some point this summer.
Sure. All right. Well, let's go back in time a little bit. Back in February, you were selected to participate in the NBA AllStar Weekend dunk contest. Now, I think, as do most Notre Dame fans, that you were robbed by the judges. You had some serious star power with you, but what was that experience like for you?
I'm pretty sure the dunk contest was actually the last time I shaved as well. So hopefully my mom doesn't disown me for that. But, it was incredible. I think for me to be involved in something that I dreamed of being involved in since I was a kid, and then to have some fun with it, incorporating Giannis, incorporating Christian Yelich, two guys that I've gotten to know pretty well and who are better people than they are athletes, when we all know how great of athletes they are. I think the state of Wisconsin, the city of Milwaukee, and maybe a few owners were a little bit worried when I told everyone I was going to jump over to MVPs of the city. But my number one priority was making sure I didn't hurt them. My number two priority was making sure I made the dunks. And then number three was just to have some fun with it and hopefully make some of the ND network proud.
Yeah, you looked great. Now, Pat, you've made a point of making sure that you're known for being more than just an athlete. Why is that important to you, and what are you working on right now outside of basketball?
I think it's important to me because of all the stuff that kind of Notre Dame instilled in me since I was a student there. The phrase when I was recruited, 4 for 40, a 4-year decision that will affect 40 plus years of your life, really rings true. Professional sports, they're not guaranteed. You don't know how long you'll be involved. You hope to be involved and have a long playing career, but you just never know. So I've always tried to make sure I've gotten involved in other things besides just putting all my eggs in sports. So I've gotten involved in a lot of real estate ventures, real estate development. I own my own real estate development company that my dad and my best friend Joe Stan helped me run and operate on a daily basis. When I do have my day job, and I got a foundation with us foundation. I try to give back through to the people and the places that kind of helped make me who I am. We try to instill the translatable values that sports bring about, hard work, leadership to other areas of life into the next generation. So it's been fun to get involved in it. It's been, I wouldn't have been able to do it without the things that Notre Dame taught me when I was a student there, and without the network that continues to help mentor me in other aspects of my life.
You're a busy guy, no doubt. Now, I understand you had the opportunity to give a lecture to a Notre Dame class in the past few weeks. What was that experience like?
It was really cool. To be honest with you, I'm one of those guys that I wouldn't have had the possibility of attending Notre Dame without athletics. So to be able to receive that type of education and then to end up almost co-hosting and co-teaching a class, I never really would have imagined. So to be able to talk and share with those students some of the things that I'm doing outside of sports, and to hear their ideas and to hear their questions, and it's my dad would say he can't believe there are so many people that care about what my opinion is outside of athletics, that he'd be proud of it, and hopefully they learn something from it.
Well, Pat, thank you so much. We're looking forward to seeing you back out on the basketball court and back at Notre Dame, hopefully sometime soon. Be well.
Thank you. And when you do see me, this hair and this face will be clean shaven.
All right. We're not hating on the quarantine beard. Thank you, Pat.